Hey everyone, this is Hugo and Gilles from SSW. In today's video, we want to talk to you about how to deal with your images and your content when you are building a Next.js and TinaCMS website. Let's get started. So currently, we are working on migrating the SSW rules website, where you can find Markdown files with images like that one. So at the moment in production, all the images are stored next to their content, so in the same folder. But when you are working with TinaCMS and Next.js, by default, your Markdown file will end up in a content folder and your images in the public assets folder. So this is bad because it breaks self-containment and content and assets are split. So the goal for us is to have each rule in its own folder with the related images. So something that looks like this. To achieve that, you actually have three options. The first one is to keep the default behavior, so your Markdown in content and your images in public, but add the link to the Frontmatter of the rule, so it points to the folder where the images are located, which makes the experience much better if you're editing with GitHub directly. So it could look something like this. And this is okay because it works out of the box and the Tina Media Manager is working as expected, but it's not truly self-contained and you need to be perfectly in sync when you name your folders in the public folder and the content folder. So for the next option, I'll pass this to you, Gilles.
Yes, sure. The option 2 is to move all our media and images from the public folder to the content folder. The structure would looks like that, sorry. And to do so, we created a POC, which is here. Let's have a look at the content folder and see how it looks like. And let's go to rules. So we've got a rules folder and a subfolder rules to better X with our rules.mdx and the media. To do that, you have three things to do. The first one is to go to your config file in the Tina folder and change the path of your public folder, which is content in our case. The second thing to do is to go to your collection, which is rule in our case, and to add that piece of code, which will automatically create your MDX file in the folder you want. And the last piece is to create a middleware like that that allows you to work in a local environment. The good points of that option is it's self-contained. That's what we want to achieve. The second good point is to have Tina Media Manager working. The bad points are media are stored in a very unusual folder, and you need extra dev to make it work, like the middleware I showed you just before.
Great, thanks Gilles. So then we have a third option, which is the simplest one and actually the one that we recommend to use, is that you do basically the same thing as option 2, but rather than putting everything in content, you put that in public. So it would look something like this. And we also created a POC for that. So here your content will be in the public folder. And in there you'll have your rules here, and each rule has its own folder with the images and the Markdown file, which is great. The only thing you need to do to make this work is updating your collection and change the path to point to the media folder. So it's super easy. In that case, it's self-contained, the Tina Media Manager works, and you don't have any weird hacks or scripts to implement on the side to make this work, so it's perfect. The only drawback is that you have your MDX file in the media folder, which is a bit unconventional. So to wrap things up, you have three options when you want to manage your images and your content in TinaCMS with Next.js. All of those options are viable, so depending on what you need and your project, you can choose either. We recommend to use the last one because it's the simplest one. It was Gilles and Hugo from SSW. We hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers!
Cheers!